and welcome to our first podcast of English literature. My name is Pedro Velázquez, and tonight we're going to talk about William's golden novel, The Lord of the Flies. This novel is about a group of children that are lost in an island and they try to survive and find a way to get rescued. To comment about this book, I invited some guests. First, we have Sergio de la Llave, who is an expert of children literature. Then we have William's golden granddaughter, Rosa Adriana Golding. After she, we have the biggest fan of this writer, Alejandra Luna. Finally, we have Frank Holmes, the director of the literature department on the Tec de Monterrey. Welcome guys, and tell me Sergio, what do you think about this novel?
Hi Pedro and good night listeners. Thanks for the invitation. Well, I think that this is a very good novel because it represents real behaviors that have the children and what they could do if they are left alone without adults. On the other hand, as an expert on these types of books, I find these books some wild and aggressive, and I would recommend it to children over 13 years old. Finally, I also want to say that I liked a lot the novel and I strongly recommend you to read it.
Wow, thanks Sergio. That's a very interesting opinion. But let's see what part of the book took the attention of Rosa Adriana, Mr. Golding's granddaughter. Tell us please.
Hi, good night. Thanks for the invitation. This novel is the most important creation of my grandfather. Personally, I love the novel because it combines the drama and the innocence of the children, but also the cannibalism and the constant fight to survive. The part of the novel who get my attention is how they behave and how they govern with a shield. And then, unfortunately, the children forgot the education that they receive in the city. When they kill Simon is an example, and the next day the hunted group seems to act that never happened. Every chapter leaves you hungry for more. I think the thing that makes Lord of the Flies so successful is the way that my grandfather William Golding manages to drop subtle hints in the history. They strike from the beginning and they become more apparent as the book progresses. An action turns from wars to what could be only described as barbaric and bloody. I also appreciate how the development of the world is made evident to the reader. I would recommend this book to teenagers, both boys and girls, who want to try something different. To say the least, teenagers who like adventure and mystery should certainly try this classic. In other words, if you are the one for romance and happy endings, look elsewhere. But if you like the books to have some adventure and unbelievable characters with a plot second to none, The Lord of the Flies is for you. I can promise you that you'll finish the book left with a new, fresh outlook of the world around you and perhaps a thought as what exactly Lord of the Flies is about.
I'm agree with you, Rosa Adriana. That part grabbed my attention too. But tell me, my dear Ali, what is your conclusion of this book? Thanks, Ali, for giving us your conclusion of this book. And finally, we have Mr. Frank Holmes, who is gonna tell us what will he change about this novel. Tell us what part of this book will you change, please.
Good night, everybody. About the Lord of the Flies, if I could rewrite the novel, I would like to modify a few things. For example, without completing the children, they should listen to us more and follow his instructions. Take more care of B, he should take more care of his glasses. Control more the little kids. They are always playing around and disturbing the peace. Some adult would be helpful for the kids if he were there. He could have more achievements to escape from the action. The end of the novel is pretty boring. I would like to put more adventure and certainly add more adrenaline and suspense to make it more interesting. However, the history will be the same without all these incidents. So we need to be thankful to the job of William Goldman. Because of him, we got some very great histories, TV channels, and reality shows around the whole world. We can learn a lot about this novel, like how to work in teams and survive. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you, Mr. Holness, and thank you guys for having the time and share with us your ideas and opinions. I hope our listeners enjoy this summary, and we totally recommend this novel. If you have the time to read it, please do it. And we're done for today. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye bye.
That was when I